Have you heard about Conformity Gate?
Conformity Gate?
Yeah. You're going to look it up? Okay. You're going to be really disappointed by looking it up.
What is it?
It's the... so when this episode comes out, we'll know. But the hidden final actual episode of Stranger Things that apparently the Duffer Brothers might be hiding from us. That's supposed to come out, well, tomorrow. So reveal the curtain. We record this on the 6th. So if it comes out tomorrow, the 7th, that means the series finale that I watched, I finished it. I know you haven't. That I watched is a false series finale.
And that's what Conformity Gate is?
It's the name of the final episode, quote unquote.
Oh.
And there's a bunch of people that have like dived deep into like the final episode to reveal like how technically they're in Vecna's mind still or something and all this stuff. And they're all very valid in their like stuff that they pointed out, because the episode does kind of like leave some, like, you don't get closure for every single character. You just get it for like your main party. And I was messaging my friend in Spokane about it. And I was like, well, that would be the dumbest thing for the Duffer Brothers to do if this whole thing is based off of D&D, because like cardinal sin number 1 when you're a DM is to do a false ending, or like have your party wake up from a dream and have them start anew something.
Why is that a cardinal sin?
Because it pretty much says that you gave up on what the campaign was, unless like you or like, I don't know. It's a cop out is what it is.
Well, yeah, the waking up from a dream thing.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. That whole thing. It's like, well, that's
Dan's not actually dead. It's all
right.
Erotic fan fiction.
God. Yeah. So, I mean, when this episode airs, we'll know. Everybody out there listening, you'll know if it happened or not. I don't think it's going to happen.
But you think it was a crappy ending to a crappy show?
I don't think it was a crappy ending. I felt like it was it was the ending that it kind of needed it to be. It was better than Game of Thrones.
I don't really remember what happened in Game of Thrones, so.
Yeah, exactly. But I enjoyed it. I liked the end of it. It definitely, I mean, I see the controversy behind it, but like, I'm just happy that I'm happy that it's done. And I can watch the end of an episode and be like, okay, good, we're done. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. You ready to get in this?
I am. Sorry. This is Tommy.
This is Jake.
This is Tommy and Jacob's mixtape.
All right, everybody. Welcome back. It is the Tommy and Jacob's mixtape show. Now over there is Tommy and I am Jacob. Ha ha ha. I don't know why I'm doing a radio show host. I'm just waiting for you to interject now.
Welcome back. This is TJ's Mixtape. I'm Tommy. That's Jacob. We're a movie review podcast. We talk about movies and we're friends. And we talk about who made them, who's in them, and then give an arbitrary rating at the end. But before we do that, we always play a game. We play Connect the Stars. We pick 2 randomly generated celebrity actors and connect them via co-stars and films they were in. So if you listened last week, we picked Kevin Hart and Joe Pesci.
Wow, I realize I have been all over the place. A lot of newer movies to end up with Joe Pesci.
Well, do you want to start?
Yeah, sure. Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is in the new Jumanji movies, Next Level and the other one, Welcome to the Jungle, with Jack Black, who's in Anaconda, that we just recently watched, with Paul Rudd, who's in Death of a Unicorn with Jenna Ortega, who's in, which also we're doing next week, which I find kind of amusing. Jenna Ortega is also, and then is in Beetlejuice 2 with Catherine O'Hare.
Okay.
Who's in Home Alone with Joe Pesci.
Wow. Mine's way faster.
That's fair. I went on a roll and I was like, I'm having fun.
I got Kevin Hart to Jumanji Next Level with Danny Glover, who's in Lethal Weapon 2.
Oh, nice. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Yep. Boom, boom.
So, at the end of this episode, we will randomly generate 2 more people. And if you would like to play along, put your connection in the comments. It's just a fun way to go through and think of films and things you may not have thought of in a while.
Yeah.
But we are starting with a 2025 block. Movies that happened last year that we missed.
That we wanted to see. We were interested in. Yeah.
So we picked a few. And to start off, we decided to go with 2025, like I said, Until Dawn.
What is it about?
A group of teens get trapped in a murderous time loop.
Yeah.
And then next question, did you like it?
I was really lukewarm on it.
Really? I really, really liked it.
Yeah, sure.
I thought it was actually pretty cool because it reminded me, for those listening, and haven't seen it, it reminded me of like Cabin in the Woods.
Which we reviewed back in
the day.
Back in one of our Halloween blocks.
But it's like the more I thought about it, I was sitting there and I was like, wasn't sure if it was trying to be funny. And then the more I was like, it's being
cheeky.
Yeah. It's making fun of the tropes and
a little bit. I feel like in comparison to Cabin in the Woods is exponentially better, because I feel like it really leans into what that is a lot. And in another way, I mean, if anything, this could be considered this generation's Cabin in the Woods.
I like this one better, actually.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. No.
But I've always been lukewarm about Cabin in the Woods. I
think I'm also I'm torn with the whole video game property thing with it too.
Yeah, I mean, that's to me kind of its biggest detriment because it automatically puts an idea in your head.
Yeah.
And it's like they could have just done what is it called? Dark Meridian or
this isn't part of the Dark
No, Until Dawn isn't really
no,
anymore.
It is it's the same game
Yeah, but it's not. This was like
the Dark Anthologies.
This was like the stepping stone, and then they started doing the Dark Anthology.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that because of just how that world works, they could have been again cheeky with it and just called it something else.
I have a really big thought with that, and I want to save that for the review actually.
Okay.
Because it's really interesting what they did for a movie with a video game property.
I gotta say though, but for a movie that is from a video game property, there have been worse.
There's been much, much worse.
So this ain't that.
No, I mean, so
we reviewed.
Yeah, and me saying I was lukewarm on it is more of just like I just lost interest, and it's. I mean, if you were to wanted to watch it at a random time, or someone was like, "Oh, let's put this on," I'd be like, "Yeah, sure."
I think this would be a casual like Halloween watch.
It's a very easy casual watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So it came out last year.
I remember I wanted to go see it for my birthday.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
we never did.
April 25th, of last year. It was decent in the box office for what box office does in the 2025, in the recent days. 77 domestic, 62, worldwide.
Know what's crazy about 2025? The top 5. Did you look at the top 5?
I did, obviously, but I don't remember them.
If you had to guess, what would you think number 1 would be?
Avatar. Did that come out last year? Yeah.
No. Yeah, it came out late.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's probably why. No. Do one more guess and then I'll tell you. Because I think something... it's not what you think.
Zootopia 2?
Minecraft.
Oh, that's right. It was, yeah.
Minecraft, Lilo and Stitch, the remake thing.
Oh, yeah.
Then Zootopia, which I was like, okay. Then Superman. And then Wicked. Wicked was number 5. I was kind of blown away by that. I thought that would have been higher.
Yeah.
Just because it's fucking
It's
Wicked.
weird. Lilo and Stitch is up there. Like, I feel like Wicked and that would
because
swap.
I think people went to go hate watch it. That's my theory.
Lilo and Stitch?
Yeah.
Possibly. Minecraft makes sense because
of what it is.
And it really is the demographic for like adults and children.
Well, then that, yeah, because it's the children thing because it's Minecraft, but then it's this weird kind of
It's very much a kid's movie.
But it's also like a saddling property because people our age that now have kids who are playing Minecraft.
Yeah.
But then also you have Jack Black and Jason Momoa in it, and I feel like that also brought, again, white men our age.
Yeah.
We're like, let's go see Jack Black be Steve. Kind of morbid curiosity.
Even though the weird backlash the internet had with it. But yeah.
I think I have got we've been doing this is now our 6th year.
I mean,
I'm so numb to it.
Because I think a lot of people have now come to realize just like that negative backlash is louder than anything else.
Yeah, it's always good. Negative is always going to be louder.
Yeah.
But something else I wanted to point out too is that the budget for this was $15 million, and I gotta say, $15 million.
Actually, that's really good. Yeah.
That's not a hefty price tag, and it looks pretty good too, considering it's not a very considering
a couple of moments the Wendigos.
Well, yeah, but like the special effects and the makeup and everything, it was like, wow, we actually did a pretty good job with kind of a. It's crazy to say $15 million is a low budget, but
I mean, that entire budget probably went into the special effects.
Yeah.
Because it was one location.
Well, and then if you
more
look
or
at
less,
the
you know.
starring, it's all
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
newbies.
Well, let's get into that. So let's start with our director, David F. Sandberg, who directed Shazam and Shazam: Fury of Gods, both those Shazam movies. Horror movie called Lights Out, which I vaguely remember.
Which was only really funny because we watched this after we went and saw Pan's Labyrinth, and it was that scene where she's hiding and the Wendigo's getting closer and closer as the lights go on. And I asked her, I was like, "Oh, have you ever seen the movie Lights Out?" And she said no, and I kind of explained it. She's like, "That would fuck me up," and I was like, "Yeah, it fucked me up too." And I just thought it was funny because I was like,
Lights Out is kind of creepy, but yeah,
not great writing, but
No.
it's
it's got a good scare elements to it.
yeah, like the
suspense of horror.
the using the light as a tool,
Yeah.
they did really well.
Yeah. And he also directed Annabelle Creation, which
Never saw.
I've never seen as well, but I just found kind of interesting because another one of the actors was also in that as well. Then we got our writers. So originally it was a spec script or something written by Blair Butler, who's been a writer on a lot of like video game shows. I saw like E3
for
stuff.
G4.
Yeah, G4, that's right. Couple movies, just Polaroid, The Invitation, some movies, horror movies that I've heard about. But then Gary Dauberman, when it was fully signed on, came on and rewrote the screenplay for what it is now. Who's also a writer for Salem's Lot, The Nun, Swamp Thing, that TV show that got canceled, the new It remakes. I mean, a lot of modern horror.
Annabelle.
Yeah, Annabelle.
First one.
Yeah. And another weird connection there, you know?
Yeah.
So a lot of modern horror, I would say. I mean, he's probably going to be that guy that's just going to be pumping out all the
Scary movies for a while.
B+
Yeah.
horror movies, you know, low A, whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
For the starring, I kind of just want to blow through them because none of them are really anybody right now.
Yeah, not really.
I mean, I feel like there's a couple of them that I think are going to go somewhere, and a couple of them that I saw some things that I would recognize them from. Like Ella Rubin, I didn't have anything. She plays
Clover.
Thank you. Michael Cimino, who... Yeah, he was the one that was in with Clover, right? Like Clover?
Yeah, he's kind of like a weenie, but he's the one that kind of pulls a lot of cool stuff off, even though he is kind of the weenie.
Yeah.
Which I thought I like. You're like, oh, Max. Like,
yeah.
He's the first, like, when the killer shows up, he's the one that grabs the chair and is like, fuck this. You know, you're like, oh, like, man,
like,
you fight or flight, you're fighting. Like, all right.
I will say that's one thing that I feel like they garnered really well in the idea of the video game is... It felt like, you know, when you have that choice in the game, like, what do you want to do? Run, grab chair, or hide, you know? And it's like, oh, well, he made the chair choice type thing, you know? Then we got Odessa Ezion, who we just found out is Pamela Adeline's daughter. She plays who?
Nina.
Ji Young Yu, which one's she? Megan. I wanted to say Max. I'm like, nope.
She's in K-pop.
Yeah, she was the voice of Zoe in K-pop Demon Hunters. Which I was like, I thought it's interesting to see some fame, like Odessa right now. I think she's really popular in a show called I Love LA, and it's very absurd, like feminist humor. And then we have Belmont Cameli, who is kind of supposed to be the jock of the character, right? The guy, not the jock, but
the Chris
Hemsworth, yeah,
guy,
yeah.
Abe, yeah, who he didn't. I don't know.
I like when she kills him.
Yeah, he's in Saved by the Bell, which totally checked out to me.
I didn't know that. I forgot that they did a Saved by the Bell reboot.
Yeah, I forgot about that too.
Yeah, I was like, what? And he plays Jesse's son.
Oh, that checks out. Too.
Yeah. Then we got Maia Mitchell, who plays the missing Mel.
Melanie, yeah, Mel.
Yeah. And then the biggest one, Peter Stormare.
Because of what this property is, too. Yes.
Because
he's Dr. Hill.
He plays his character from the video game.
Yeah.
Which
is like the
through line of like between, and also there's the Easter egg when they show the case files and,
Joshua,
and it's
Washington.
Rami Malek's character in
Yeah.
the game. Yeah,
I kind of hated that, but because also I was like, I don't really.
it wasn't needed.
It was cool though.
Yeah,
because it also just kind of re-solidified that Dr. Hill is like this weird, omniscient fearmonger guy that's just kind of is.
And there's definitely some like it's supernatural is I guess the right word for what's going on because of like the time loop and all that stuff. Like, yeah, but it's definitely. I don't know. It was interesting, especially when like not Melanie, Clover, when they're seen, and he's like, and each one of them is a representation of your psyche, and he's like, this is what the video game is kind of doing as well. It's like the choices you make or the answers you have while you're meeting with him kind of influence the game and the things that like attack you in a weird way.
Who are you? I cannot remember who you are in Until Dawn in those scenes.
You're none of them.
You're just you.
Wait, oh no, I think you were maybe Rami Malek.
You're Joshua, right?
Yeah, you were Joshua.
Yeah. No, but Joshua died. Spoiler. I don't care. That's such an old game. Like, actually, fuck it.
I think it's supposed to be alluded to that you are Joshua, but ultimately you are just the you. And because like
and that's why they have you wearing like leather gloves so it doesn't.
Yeah, because like depending on like if you remember like what scares you the most out of like spirits, clowns, or
scarecrows,
whatever, you know, like whatever you choose there, that thing that chases you in the basement, it's wearing that mask.
Yeah,
you know, little things like that. So,
do you want to commit this year and pick another one for Halloween and play through it again?
Yeah, I mean we missed it last year, which kind of sucks.
I mean, I have a bunch of them. So.
We have a bunch of shit. I mean, I still need to do Silent Hill F.
Well, I meant, do you want to play another Dark Meridian?
I mean, yeah, we can do that. Where there was also you got A Quiet Place as well.
Yeah, I forgot I got that.
I mean,
I think that would be a fun.
I think you have the Dark Anthology. Like,
I have a few of them.
I thought you got the like package.
I've been trying to like. They never.
That's right. I remember.
They didn't make one yet.
Well, let's get into reviews. So this has got a 5.7 on IMDb, very fittingly.
IMDb, sorry,
and a 51% tomato meter on Rotten Tomatoes with a 66% popcorn as well. Which I kind of it's interesting to see movies that get a higher popcorn than tomato because the popcorn is the audience, and I kind of appreciate it for this movie because that does show that there's just people that, you know, like you enjoyed this movie, regardless of really like, it's not a good movie, but
it's not a good horror movie, but it's a fun romp through a haunted house, you know.
But it's like definitely, I know you're so lukewarm on Cabin in the Woods, but if I was like, if I met a younger person that were like, yeah, I really liked Until Dawn because it was making fun of all of these horror tropes that are so,
you'd be like,
I'd be like, you need to go watch Cabin in the Woods because that was like, I enjoyed
this the same way I liked Bodies.
I never finished Bodies actually.
I really liked that movie.
Yeah,
to have that.
I mean, but that is this new generation style.
It's the
humor.
Gen Z, kind of humor, and I like their
late millennial Gen Z humor.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if nihilistic kind of feels right to me.
Nihilistic is right, but it's not the kind of nihilistic that we would recognize as. Because it's
not Peter from Big Lebowski nihilistic.
No,
it's a different kind of.
It's a nihilistic that's like, well, it's an optimistic nihilistic. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like shit's fucked.
So let's have a good time while it burns, as opposed to like let's not do anything.
Yeah.
So on Metacritic, this has a 47, which comes to mixer average with 8 positive, 9 mixed, and 6 negative. 80 Screen Rant. With an 80 by Mary Castle at Screen Rant. It's a thrilling ride, and the fun the production is having with itself is contagious. There are moments of humor and necessary breaks in the tension that let us laugh and allow us to get braver alongside the characters.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
And then I wrote, and then this one. Why did I write this one? Oh, because this is kind of a point that I think that we were going to make. Another positive, low positive, that's with a 67 by Allison Foreman at IndieWire. Caught between Cabin in the Woods and The Mystifying Serenity. Until Dawn makes countless gestures at being an inclusive horror comedy, some good, some bad. But works better approach as a full-blown spoof. if that was the intent here, a better name might have been something like Video Game the Horror Movie, or maybe Horror Movie the Video Game the Horror Movie.
I actually agree with that final statement very, very much.
Yeah. Like, it's almost like it takes itself a tad too seriously. Just a little.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Well, the thing that leans into the seriousness of it is the kids, these young people. They're not kids, they're
like 25.
Yeah, they're kids. God damn it. But they are kids.
Like I think
to me.
Odessa's 25.
They're kids to me. They play it in a very, like, the circumstances are very, real to them. Which also I think you need to as well, because the fear, if the fear for them isn't real, then we stop to care as well.
Well, here, let me finish this, because I think one of them leads into this thought. So with the mix, there's a 40 by Harry Stainer at Empire. Until Dawn wants to carve its own path, separate from its source material, ironically, and trying to be different, ends up feeling more cliched than ever.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the last one, Roger Moore.
Roger Moore. Bond. James Bond.
Is this it? Oh yeah, here it is. So Roger Moore, who gave it a 25 at Movie Nation, the characters aren't sketched in. They're underscripted outlines for characters, quote unquote, which might cut it for a video game, but not for a movie. The multiple deaths and reverse fatality lower the plot stakes, and nobody in the cast makes us feel the terror or the grisly ends that keep happening to them. And I thought that was interesting. I
disagree with that, actually.
Well, because I was going to say they were very smart when they first introduced the Wendigo twist so early on. I was like, oh, that's kind of annoying. But then when they make it so the more you die, the faster you turn into one of them, I was like, there it is. That's the...
And the stakes of it are figuring out how to survive until dawn.
Well, and the stakes are...
you succumb to just being part of this curse, pretty much.
Or not only that, but you are getting brutally murdered over and over and over and over. It's like the thing that's worse than dying is not dying, at least with the dying, there's some reprieve, but they die.
That video of the one guy is like, what? You hear it a couple times with people that had been missing. Like, why won't they just let me die?
Yeah. It was like, that's the fear. It's then having also that, I really liked that little detail of like them having injuries wherever they were hurt.
It was like a mark left from behind.
That was cool.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There's like cool little world building things.
It's anything else from the reviews? I think one of the most interesting things that I perceived from this is, let's see if I can. All right, how did I write this? All right, so they took the respawn idea of video games, and then they applied it into a video game for a movie that doesn't use respawn as a thing. It is a game that is about choice, and like everything and playing it. When you make I don't think you can really you can't back save. I don't think you can save spam in Until Dawn. Maybe you can. Yeah, exactly. When you make a choice, it auto saves immediately. So for a video game that isn't about the idea of respawning and trying again, and then they apply that into like the idea of a video game having that respawn idea. But then so it's like they took the inspiration of what video games are and then they applied it into this movie. And this video game that took inspiration from horror movies.
It's pretty meta.
Like it took inspiration from like the Until Dawn itself, all completely different characters in the video game, and each of those characters represent a cliche of a horror character, of a character you'd see in a horror movie. So, and they go through and have all this inspiration from like slasher films to monster films to zombie films to all these things. So in this weird marriage of this video game that isn't about respawning and then this movie that creates this respawning idea from video games, merges it together.
Well, but
you see what I'm saying? I feel like it shouldn't be the Until Dawn property, but it's really interesting to note how they wrote this script that is like in the idea of a respawn thing. Like anytime that we play The Last of Us, it's like, fuck. Well, I'm just going to I'm out of ammo. I'm just going to kill myself. I'll try again. I'll try back at my save point.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a video game idea applied into this script, but it's on a script for a property that doesn't do that. So it was a weird marriage.
Yeah. But the thing about it though is I think that's fine because also Until Dawn it is designed to have multiple playthroughs.
Multiple playthroughs too. True. Yes.
It is designed for that because you'll have different outcomes.
Mm-hmm.
And especially now that they did the remastered one, there are two alternate endings in that were not in the original one.
Yes.
Like they added new ones. But the thing is that I think that the biggest drawback to this is, again, what I was saying earlier, is that they could have been tongue in cheek and alluded to it being Until Dawn, not call it that, and then not also so loosey-goosey start off the movie with the boiled down sister's missing, sister looking for her thing.
The exact same opening.
But
it's like that is the beginning premise of the game. Yeah. Yeah, like, it's really interesting.
Because
it's really weird.
Because also they could have just taken Until Dawn and
made that a movie. Just chose one of the paths of like, maybe it was the one where only one person survives at the end,
Yeah, but again, I think then in this alternate reality that's going to happen. People will be annoyed because it was so unoriginal.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I kind of feel like this is one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't. Win. You can't win with this one.
Yeah.
Which kind of means
the biggest thing is like they should have just chosen not to do it, call it Until Dawn. Maybe.
That's really all I think they need to do. And again, in the writing, like change the title and then still keep Peter.
And you don't even need also them to be turning into Wendigos. It can just be
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because then they fucked with the Wendigo thing because the Wendigo thing was so specific to the original game because of the whole eating people thing.
Yeah.
And that's such a native mythology that to use that and then not really, because in the game they really, once that becomes the plot and you realize what's happening, they really lean in. That is the Velociraptors, that is the issue at hand. Yeah, I mean, and that's what I mean too. It's like they could have done a lot, still kept Peter in there as Dr. Hill, and then the fans of Until Dawn would have been like, oh shit,
yeah,
that's Dr. Hill. That means that this is part of that world. Then show the Joshua file and then the cameras at the end going to the cabin. They'd be like, oh shit, this is part of the Until Dawn universe, but this is another one of his weird little case studies he's doing.
Yeah.
That would have been kind of cool. That would have made it a cool twist if you realize at the end, oh, this is Until Dawn.
Because what it really does feel like is we had probably Blair Butler write an actual Until Dawn script with the actual characters of Until Dawn and maybe the actual story. And then we get Gary Dauberman coming in and trying to make it more like Cabin in the Woods.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I really think that would have fixed it. And even then, not really show Dr. Hill for a while, have his voice, so people are like, man, that voice sounds familiar, like have him on the radio and stuff. And then the big reveal that it's Dr. Hill, and then oh shit. I think really putting the name, and that's what's crazy about it too, is like this is so different enough you didn't need to put the name. Stuff like Assassin's Creed, Resident Evil, Mario Bros. Like you can't make that without putting the title on, because it would just be like, well, this is an Assassin's Creed ripoff if you called it something else.
Yeah.
This is different enough that you could have alluded to it being Until Dawn. And kind of make it a fun twist. And it's not even that creative of a twist, but it would be a good one.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look at it.
Yeah. Well, let's get into like actual characters. And so our main character, I would say, is Clover. And her getting over her sister missing is kind of like the whole goal of this.
Well, her own like suicidal tendencies.
Yeah.
Her own shit. Because
her own depression. Yeah.
Her mother died, and that's why her sister took off.
Well, then we have that memory of like, no, the sister literally is trying to start anew.
Yeah.
And then younger sister Clover is being like, no, you're running away. And it's like, why can't you just think I'm maybe running towards something?
Running towards what?
A new life. That sounds like running away to me.
Yeah.
Did you just describe running away? Come on.
Well, that's it. I don't know. And even lot of because like the thing that I kept noticing too is Clover was real willy-nilly about killing themselves to start over. And you're like, yeah, but what if you guys are separated? What if this two like she doesn't know what's happening with these people?
Yeah.
So like what
doesn't Megan?
Can we just real quick on Megan? Why do they keep fucking with her? I felt she got like the most shit.
Yeah,
she was the one that was most like she was like really focused on like every terrible thing.
It's really weird. I think it might have been because she was the more spiritual one, you know.
So she was more susceptible to it, or I was like
more open to the.
It reminded me of Jurassic World when the assistant gets murdered,
just
and you're like,
why?
Why is she the one getting the blunt of it? Like everything terrible is happening to everyone, but she's like up there. Like,
does she survive in one of them? And then they have to go save her or something? I was confused at one point. Because I will say one thing that was really amusing was when they looked back on the phone to see all the different ways that they died.
That was cool. Yeah. I kind of wish that was a little bit longer.
I wanted to see all 13.
Well, I was curious too how they were going to, because at that point I was like, we don't really have that much time left.
Yeah.
How are we going to speed it up? And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. They've been there so long now. It's becoming this one weird waking dream.
Yeah, they're like, wait, how long have we been here? We've died 5 times? No, 6. 13.
Yeah, like I was like, oh, okay. I don't know, but and that's the tropey thing. There's just so many things that they kept doing. Like they opened up that door and they're like, there's the built tunnel, and they're like, no, we're not going down there. Like,
no, go down. No,
that's the one. That's the one.
That's your way out.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Like that's the odd man out.
I was thinking about this idea, like writing. I know it's been done, but a horror script. I mean, kind of Shaun of the Dead-ish, but people actually like that have watched the horror movies and they're like, oh wait, no, yeah, but they keep making all of the right choices, but it still goes wrong for them, type thing, you know? Because like, there's just too much media. Like, all of these 20-year-olds have never seen a fucking horror movie in their life.
Yeah, that's exactly what she was saying too. Like they obviously haven't watched a movie, but then they start talking about
who was saying
Lene.
Oh yeah.
But then But then they make some comment. They make like an allude to Groundhog Day. So it's like
you've seen
things. Like movies exist in this world.
But horror doesn't. Yeah. So I don't know. It's just like. And I get that's kind of the joke they're leaning into for some of it. But again, like I feel like there's part of it that it's almost is a little too serious on it. So when it gets into that cheekiness, the cheekiness is just in the way that they die, kind of, you know?
That made me think there's this review by Bobby Lapierre. Overall, the film will please horror buffs, but casual fans or game purists should look elsewhere. And I'm like, I get the sentiment.
Yeah.
I don't totally agree with it because I'm like, I think horror buffs are a very divided group.
There's I wouldn't
geeky.
even say there's like a split. It's like there's multiple factions of it.
Yeah. So it's like
you have your gatekeepy ones. You have your just like, just enjoy it if you want to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, so like if anything, I think for casual fans that don't know anything about really the game and aren't huge horror buff people might get a kick out of it. Like, I think more.
I don't think it. Well, what do you mean by casual? Because like,
there's not super.
Because would you say Lene is casual?
Yeah,
but she didn't like it.
She enjoyed it. She didn't.
Oh,
she
okay.
just. She always gets annoyed at the. I'm gonna go take a shower. You know, like she hates that shit. We all do. You know, everyone hates that because it's stupid. Like, but that's the trope.
Oh, that was that. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
I'll get out of the shower all hot and naked.
I'll be right back. Yeah. I did. When he said that, I was like, I had a feeling Abe was going to be the first one to die. Mm-hmm. And then he said, I'll be right back. And then I was like, that did it. Yeah. That's done.
Well, it's interesting is like, I do appreciate like Abe and Nina, like when the car is like taken back out of the water or into the storm, how they're like, no, we're not moving from this spot in case that car moves. You know, like there's semblances of like good choices being made, but then they just start fucking with shit.
I was thinking you were gonna just really enjoy it because the deaths.
Yeah, I mean, the deaths were fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
also like when I really did like the setup of Nina, and they're like, oh well, don't break up with Abe on this trip type thing, and then just the repetitive nature of all the deaths kind of reveal how much of a piece of shit he can be, and she just gets over him like to the point like where she just kills him.
Yeah, but he's also like, it's like, yeah, I get that was the idea that Abe's this piece of shit, and it's like, it's survival mode, baby. Like, I'm sorry, but this is also a really extreme situation.
Very extreme.
That we're talking about.
So yeah, let him be a little bit of an asshole. It's like, I get that when she killed him, it was because he was saying some really mean shit about Clover and like Clover getting over shit and whatnot.
Well, but being like, oh, she already tried to kill herself, so
exactly.
What does it matter?
He's saying some really out of pocket shit, and he's like, yeah, no. I mean, especially Odessa or Nina's probably just like, well, we're gonna come back. Fucking don't say that shit again.
I think they broke up there.
Yeah, I mean, there was just like, there's fun moments in it. There's some tense moments.
Yeah, the exploding water bit.
I'm glad we didn't see this in the theaters.
There you go. Megan. Again. Exploding water thing. What the fuck was that?
Yeah, why is it like a part of her leg and then her belly and then everything else?
Like,
also, why did she explode third when she was the last one to drink the water?
I don't know, because it's a bad movie.
Like, I was like expecting like it to happen in order, you know? Like,
well, it is a kind of I will be honest and be like, it's too much of a grab bag. Like, there's moments where you're like, all right, this is inspired by Silent Hill.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Resident Evil. You're like, okay. Which is kind of fun, but at the same time is kind of just like,
yeah.
It's just, that's the only way to really just, that happened.
What is the black and white covered one at Left 4 Dead? No, not Left 4 Dead.
The black
Evil Within.
Oh yeah. The is that in the painting traumatized? Yeah, but even Evil Within is like a weird spiritual feeling successor to fucking Silent Hill.
Yeah,
that's all about trauma.
Well, the weird dude with the mask that, you know, in the overalls kind of felt like a Evil Within character.
What is that movie? That mockumentary about the guy that wants to become a slasher like Jason. Do you remember that movie?
No. I remember the point of view one with of like pretty much Jason as if it was from his point of view. In a violent nature. Yeah.
Behind the Mask.
Oh, this sounds familiar.
Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. You should watch that. I don't know if you've seen it. That's what it reminded me of. Yeah, that's a movie about a documentary crew, and they're following this guy that's trying to become the next Leatherface.
Okay.
And then obviously he starts murdering them.
Yeah.
That's like the joke. But that's what it reminded. But that's another thing too, is that they really lean into, it's a horror movie. Eat the carrot. Because it's like, okay, there's this town, and there was a mine, and then the mine collapsed, and it swallowed the town, and all the trauma has now made a supernatural pocket of dimensional demon horror shit, and you're like, sure.
And then you get trapped in there, unless you can survive until dawn. Oh. And then if you don't, then the time that the hourglass thing flips back over.
That's what's a bitch about it too, is until dawn. It works for the premise of the movie because they have to live until dawn.
Yeah.
Until dawn doesn't like the game.
I mean, you're told as the premise that you have to survive until dawn.
Yeah.
Because you can actually you can have every character get killed in that movie or in that game and you start back over.
Yeah.
Huh. I guess that is the reset button right there. But you start from the beginning of the game.
It's just not so in your face like the movie with the fucking dial.
Mm-hmm.
At one point she was like, I mean, have they tried breaking the dial? I was like, don't do that. I feel like that's a terrible idea. She said, good point.
I think that's how you get trapped in there forever.
I was like, when the mystical object that is keeping the loop going, I wouldn't break it. I don't think that's a good idea.
It's like sure, if you want to get stuck in here forever and make sure that nobody else can ever, but
maybe yeah. I feel like that'd be a bad idea.
You like break it and then it's like, and then That would have been cool.
That would have been cool. Yeah, like you.
And then and then they die immediately, and then yet it's like they lost a life because they tried it.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Well, or that's like that's the reset blowing the cartridge. You break that, and then you all just die instantly.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
yeah. That'd be kind of cool.
I don't really have much else to say about this movie.
What are we at?
We're only at like 40.
Yeah, that's a.
Yeah.
I mean, for a bunch of young stars, I thought it was pretty well acted. I don't know. I just think that weirdly enough, a lot of my grief was like Megan just being this like
punching bag
and this like kind of like median, like they leaned on her too much to like explain a lot of things.
Yeah, because let's rewind. I was asking about this because I think I checked out too hard at one moment. And it's after all of the videos, they watch it, and Megan then goes down the hallway.
She sees Hill go down the hallway.
Yeah, and then she follows him. And then, because they wake up without her.
Yeah, because now she is strapped up and with the Wendigo for some reason, because now she's part of his experiments.
So, did she technically still have another life?
I guess so, because it's like, but that's what I'm saying. That's the eat the carrot thing. It's like, Hill is never really explained what he is, but he's somehow not affected by the loop. No,
and he's introduced as the gas station
attendant,
the arbiter of whatever, the person that warns about the kids to not go to the place, but kind of actually more points them in the direction.
He's sending them there.
Yeah,
like when she's looking for Melanie.
But in the cliched thing, it's like that's what his character originally would be. He was like, don't go up to the cabin.
Yeah,
that's where Jason lives with Chucky.
yeah. I just got a picture of Bernie and what are the names?
Bert and Ernie?
Yeah, but one is Chucky and one is Jason. They're just living up there in a cabin. Bert, why do you keep killing these teenagers, Bert?
I would probably be Jason. Be like, hey, Chucky, why are you making me kill these teenagers? Yeah. 'Cause, man, it's fun.
Mom says so.
Don't let me get Mom on the phone. Okay.
Just holds up her head.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Jesus. Yeah.
I just.
Yeah, Hill's really like hit the whole thing. Is this an experiment that he's doing? Like, yeah.
Well, but because that's where it gets kind of weird and loosey goosey. Because even in the game, every time that you meet up with Hill, like it gets more and more spooky, his office, so it's like it's almost like this mental integration, or you're kind of being moved into this other realm, or it's not really ever clear. But again, because it's a video game, it's easier just to go with it. I don't know what it is about that, but it's just because it's an entire different medium and experience.
Well,
but Hill is like this weird entity, and it's like, yeah, you can do that, but I think it's fine. How do I word that? I don't know. I have an easier time accepting that Hill is this entity and is this fear god, let's just say, I don't know, this fear entity, and I'm fine with that. But then when you start to do the mining town, because at first what it seems,
which is story from the game,
yeah, but like what I thought, because then that felt, and that's kind of okay, that's what it is. It felt like they were going to go certain directions, and then they kind of went, like obviously every reset, things happen. But at first it felt like, okay, every time they die, they're going to get more and more of the town, which is going to lead them more and more deeper into the town.
That's kind of what happened, but they didn't.
They didn't really lean into it.
No, it was like they were kind of like doing it, and then all of a sudden we were at, they've died 13 times, and then the entire town was there. And then we didn't really explore the town.
That's what I'm saying. It's like they kept kind of alluding to they were going to do this thing, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. That's very Silent Hill-y. Like, okay, very video game. You slowly start, the fog of war starts going back, the more experience you get. Cool. Yeah. That's kind of interesting. But then it's like they look at the map and they're like, he's at the sanatorium next door. You're like, okay.
What's the point of this fucking map then?
What was the point of all of this? He's next door. I'm sorry. The one tunnel
he's next
leading
door
away.
Through the tunnel that you will avoid it from the beginning? Yeah.
And you're like, okay. Like, and that's what kind of the bump that felt like they were going to go certain directions. And they just kind of went, nah, we're not going to do that. And that's where it's like annoying at the grab bag, because then it's like, yeah, they're alluding to these, things, and then they just don't. And then it's like
see, and that's why I don't think this movie is it's fine that you enjoy it more than Cabin in the Woods, This movie is not on par with Cabin in the Woods.
No, because it's not. Well, because even like the creature thing too. It's like at least a Cabin in the Woods, all the creatures like have a purpose. They've been collected by this agency or whatever. But like this one too, like who is the slasher guy? Who is that?
Yeah.
Just some. It's like either I don't know. It's like they kind of should have maybe.
But the movie's already an hour and 40 minutes. You don't want to. It's like
no, but just change things. Like
take things out that are obviously unneeded. And that's the thing. I think the problem is there was a script that was like with Until Dawn, and then they changed. They just wanted to switch it up and didn't know. They just took out the wrong things, added in the wrong things, and yeah, it's a sloppy script.
Well, like Melanie being the Wendigo, or in the game Hannah is the Wendigo, and that was like a cool reveal. And it's like they kind of leaned into this whole Wendigo thing, and it's like, well, then just stay with that. Like we didn't need to add the slasher, and you know, like the big thing could have just been these transformed humans into these monsters.
Yeah,
and then just kind of called it a day, I guess. I don't know.
I'm over talking about this.
Or even like, you know, like they leave, you know, the Nina and Abe get in the car and they start driving out into the rain, and there's that thing, giant.
Oh yeah, what the fuck was that
thing? And they go nope, and they like, you know, and you're like, cool, I guess. Sure.
Yeah.
I forgot
about that.
Yeah, and you're like, I'm like, well, we got a loop anyway, so fuck it. Like, it's big. Maybe we could.
And then they end up killing themselves anyways after that.
Yeah. So you're like, I mean, if you're just gonna just fucking give it a try.
Also, fucking the water that makes them explode. I hated that. I don't know why I hated that.
Why did you hate that? It made me think of Ready or Not.
I think it was because the logic it didn't make any logical sense.
Well, again, that's the grab bag thing.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Yeah, like, well, and I think it'd been fine if it was like tainted water from the mine.
No, that's the thing. It's like, I think at first, like when they drank it in the house, I thought it was just going to make them all really violently sick.
And puke blood.
But then they exploded. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I called that. He started like coughing and everything. I was like, God, I hope they all just explode right now. And he went boom. And I went, yes. I don't know why I had a feeling, but I had a feeling.
Yeah. And it's like with them, like, don't drink the water from the sink or whatnot. But since he drank water from the rain.
Yeah. It's just like water or a leak.
Oh, I guess if it was a leak, then it might just be the tainted water. I don't know. I was like, since it's been wet and rainy outside, I was like, what? You're just rainwater will kill you?
Well, like, I had a thought. Shit, I lost it. Yeah, I don't know. But like, yeah, that's just again the kind of the grab bag of the horror. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. What is up? Clover going to Max constantly and asking him to murder her is kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Like the first time she's like taking his hands and it's like, yeah, just choke me to death, and she's just so casual about it. And he's like,
also, that's
what the fuck?
Do you understand how much strength that takes to like actually strangle someone to death? It takes a minute.
Yeah, like that's not. And then the next one is him slicing her throat open. I'm like, I did like when he drank the water and like exploded in front of the Wendigo. I was hoping that he was gonna that was the way Melanie was gonna die. He was gonna like grab
take her out.
Yeah, I was
hoping the same thing too, but I was like, oh no, he just went up and said, "Fuck you, bitch," and exploded. It's like, oh, that was
anticlimactic.
Yeah,
weirdly, which is weird to say when someone explodes into a million pieces. But did he remind you of Jared Leto, Max?
No,
he reminded me of Jared Leto.
I'm ready for a score. What do you want to give it?
I think like a 2.5.
Yeah, that's what I was feeling.
Because it's like it's entertaining.
Yeah.
It's it's not very good, but it's like it's a fun, like again, like I said, it's a fun romp through a haunted house. Like it's entertaining. So I say a 2.5. Me personally, it's a 3. But I know objectively it's not that.
Yeah, it's definitely not. Yeah. It's almost I feel lower, but I mean it's 2.5 because like it's
a 2, but the humor and entertainment gives it a 0.5. It bumps it up. Yeah. Like if it if it took itself a little more seriously, that would jump it down.
Yeah.
If it was really like, no, this is scary. It's like, it's not scary. It's not, doesn't really feel like it's really even supposed to be. Some of the moments of tension are just like the scene I was talking about with the Wendigo getting closer with the flashing lights. That is inherently just scary because it is a creature coming closer.
Yeah.
And the visual of it getting closer with each, that's just inherently a scary thing. So that's not anything new or psychological. That's just a fight or flight instinct, So, but yeah, I say 2.5 because it's fun.
Until Dawn 2.5.
No, I don't want to do this too. That feels too easy.
All right, got to commit to the next one.
Okay, Rooney Mara to Johnny Depp.
Fuck, okay. Jesus Christ. I don't even know if I've seen anything with Rooney Mara.
I don't think I have either. I have no idea who that is.
Girl with the dragon tattoo.
Oh, that's her?
Yeah.
Wow, she looks way different in this picture.
If I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure she is.
Well, let me just... Rooney Mara.
Just a quick look.
Yeah,
quick peek.
American actress. Yes.
Yeah, girl with the dragon tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, she looks so different.
All right, so it was.
She has eyebrows. She doesn't in Dragon Tattoo. She doesn't have eyebrows.
Yeah.
That'd be fun to watch. God, I haven't watched that in forever.
Never seen it.
What? You never seen it?
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's an intense movie. I've only seen the American one.
That's fair.
I haven't seen the.
There's a sequel too, isn't there?
Yeah, there's the 3 in Swedish.
Yeah. Oh, so they only made it. They only remade
Two?
the girl with the dragon. Oh, they've remade 2 of them.
I think they made 2 of them.
Okay.
I think.
I know it ended up getting a lot of flack for its use of abuse as a story tool.
Yeah, but that's kind of not the book.
Even like the book is like we're kind of like this. It's stories like this are kind of worn out. We don't need these anymore. Type thing. Yeah.
What do we do next week?
Death of a Unicorn.
Is that next week?
Yeah.
Cool.
Which I'm excited for, because also that was a movie we were both excited for, and I've not heard good things actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything. I don't know nothing about it.
I have a couple of coworkers that watched it. They were like, "Yeah, it wasn't really all that good."
Oh.
But I think I'm gonna like it because the premise of it.
Yeah, I don't. I'm good. Don't know anything. I'm not gonna know anything. I'm gonna wait. Yeah. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. On there, all of our promos. On our promos, our link tree, which take you everywhere that we are posting, whether it be Apple, Spotify, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
That was 2025's Until Dawn, which
Episode 276, right?
276.
Yeah.
Which we gave a 2.5 out of 5, mainly because I fought for it, because I liked it more.
Fought so hard.
And then join us next week for Death at a Funeral. And again,
Death of a Unicorn.
Unicorn.
I almost said Death at a Funeral too. That's why I had to probably no, Death of a Unicorn.
I wonder what the pause was.
Yeah.
And just a reminder, the connection game for next week is Rooney Mara to Johnny Depp. And that's everything.
Yeah.
This is Tommy.
This is Jacob.
This is Tommy
Jacob's
Jacob's
Mixtape. Have a good day, guys.